In today's session, we are going to deal with the management of cholesterol. As you all know, cholesterol is an essential component of blood, cells, and body tissues. Almost every cell of the body needs cholesterol to function normally. Cholesterol is essential for producing hormones, vitamin D, and also bile acid, which helps to digest the fat. Our body needs cholesterol to remain healthy, but too much cholesterol can be harmful for the health as well. The body produces all the cholesterol it needs to keep healthy. Body also gets cholesterol from the food we eat, which is called as dietary cholesterol. Cholesterol, it's very fatty in nature. And because of that, it cannot dissolve in blood, which is watery in nature. So for circulation in blood, cholesterol is packaged into what is called as lipoproteins, which have fat inside and protein outside. There are two main kinds of lipoproteins which carry cholesterol in the blood. One is the LDL, otherwise called as the low density lipoprotein, which is also called as bad cholesterol. It carries cholesterol to tissues including the blood vessels. Most of the cholesterol in the blood is the LDL form. The LDL numbers needs to be very low because higher the level of LDL cholesterol in the blood, the greater is the risk of heart disease. If there is too much LDL cholesterol in the blood, some of the excess cholesterol build up and it gets stuck up in the inner walls of the blood vessels. This increases the thickness of blood vessels gradually and makes them hard. This causes obstruction to the normal blood flow, increasing the blood pressure. High blood pressures can result in several diseases like heart attack, kidney disease, stroke. Another lipoprotein is the high density lipoprotein, or otherwise called as the HDL. It is also known as good cholesterol. It removes the bad cholesterol from various organs and clears it. It can also remove excessive cholesterol accumulated inside blood vessels also. To remember, the H in HDL is commonly referred to as healthy. HDL numbers should be high because low level of HDL increases the risk of heart disease. The other type of fat in the body is called as triglycerides. They predominantly come from the food, but the body also makes them. High cholesterol usually has no signs or symptoms in the beginning stages. The only way to know whether you have a high cholesterol is to get it checked. The healthcare team can do simple blood tests called the lipid profile to measure the cholesterol level, which typically reports the total cholesterol, the LDL fraction, the HDL fraction, and the triglycerides. Cholesterol is measured in milligrams per deciliter, and the desired levels of cholesterol are the total cholesterol should be less than 200 milligram per deciliter. LDL cholesterol should be less than 100 milligram per deciliter. HDL, it's a bad cholesterol, so its level should be high. It should be more than 60 milligram per deciliter. And triglyceride again should be less than 150 milligram per deciliter. If the cholesterol is found to be high, then the doctor or the healthcare provider will recommend various treatment options, such as dietary and lifestyle changes, as well as medications to lower the cholesterol. Though cholesterol levels can be lowered with lifestyle changes, many people need cholesterol lowering drugs in addition to the lifestyle changes to get their cholesterol back to the desired levels. Let us start discussing the drug treatment first. There are various types of molecules are available to control the blood cholesterol. It includes drugs like statins. It is very effective in lowering LDL cholesterol levels and very safe for most people. These are considered as first-line treatment and most frequently prescribed initial therapy for lowering the blood cholesterol. Next is the bile acid serotonin. It can also lower the LDL cholesterol and can be used alone or in combination with statins, but it's not as frequently used as the statins. Nicotinic acid is predominantly used to raise the HDL cholesterol, but again, it's not very widely used drug. Fibric acids, they lower the LDL to a certain extent, but they can lower the triglyceride to a much lower level than what the statins does. So these are mainly used to control the hypertriglyceridemia. Next is the cholesterol absorption inhibitors. They lower the LDL, can be used alone or in combination with statins because they inhibit the absorption of cholesterol from your intestine. If your healthcare provider prescribes medicines as part of the treatment plan, be sure to take it regularly as prescribed because most studies have clearly shown that non-adherence to the therapy is one of the most common reasons by which these drugs will fail to bring back your cholesterol to the desired levels. So, adherence to the therapy is very, very important, not only for the cholesterol management, but also for other lifestyle disorders like hypertension, diabetes, and etc. And along with your drug treatment, always your healthcare provider will always recommend you to follow a healthy lifestyle practices, which includes dietary changes as well as the physical exercise. The combination of medicines as well as these lifestyle changes can remarkably lower your blood cholesterol and definitely your chances of getting sick because of the cholesterol accumulation in blood vessels can be considerably reduced. Now, we had we have discussed the drugs. Now, what is left is the lifestyle changes to the cholesterol. And though I'm mentioning it after the drugs, but you should clearly understand that the lifestyle changes has to be adopted first, and it has to be continued uh, throughout your life, entire life period, to not only to reduce the cholesterol, but also to reduce the incidence of other lifestyle disorders like diabetes, etc. Now, what about the eating pattern? Healthy eating is something which we recommend to reduce the cholesterol. What one eat has a huge impact on this. Our body makes all of the cholesterol it needs, which is why experts recommend that people eat as little dietary cholesterol as possible while on a healthy eating plan. Dietary cholesterol is found in animal foods such as meat, seafood, poultry, eggs, dairy products. So what is the recommendation? Limit foods which is high in saturated fat. That includes cheese, fatty meats, dairy desserts, tropical oils, and highly processed foods. Choose foods low in saturated fat, low in trans fat, low salt, and low in added sugars. This includes lean meats, seafood, fat-free or low-fat milk, cheese, yogurt, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Eat foods which are naturally high in fiber, such as oatmeal, beans, etc. Increase the intake of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, poultry, fish, and nuts, while you should limit the intake of sugary foods and beverages. This is about the eating pattern. Now, what about the physical activity? You should become more physically active. That's actually the cornerstone to prevent all these lifestyle disorders. Physical activity is very, very important. And sedentary lifestyle lowers the HDL. Lowering the HDL or lowering the fat cholesterol is not good, or it increases the fat cholesterol. So that is not a good for the body. And just 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic exercise a week is enough to lower both cholesterol and high blood pressure. That includes 30 minutes of aerobic exercise in a day, and you can give an exercise-free day for 2 days if you want. But there's no harm in continuously exercising all 7 days a week. Nothing prevents you from doing that, but the bare minimum that you need to uh, exercise is 150 minutes a week. Exercise one can try includes brisk walking, swimming, cycling, treadmills, or you can always go for some acts which gives you some other pleasure like dancing, etc. So that can also definitely be adopted. What are the other lifestyle factors that you need to adopt? Smoking. This is very, very important. Smoking is an important risk factor, not only for the high cholesterol, but also for occurrence of cardiac disease, stroke, etc. and high. Smoking lowers the HDL cholesterol and is well known to increase the risk of heart disease. By quitting, smokers can cut down their cholesterol. It's a well proven fact. Next thing, maintaining an ideal body weight. Someone who is overweight or obese has to cut down their body weight so that their cholesterol levels also comes down. A weight loss of as little as 10% can help to improve the high cholesterol numbers. Last but not the least, it goes stress management program. Nowadays, because of the lifestyle changes, we are all under anti-pressure, work from home, work from pressures from work, pressures from home, etc. Wherever you go, you have stress. This chronic stress can sometimes raise the LDL cholesterol and decrease the HDL cholesterol. Next is take enough rest. Sleep, that's very, very important for your body. Sleep heals and repair the heart and blood. The recommended amount of sleep for an adult is to the tune of 7 to 9 hours per day. At the end, I want to summarize this session in this way. The high blood cholesterol is one of the major controllable risk factors for heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. No matter your age, you can take steps each day to keep the cholesterol levels in a healthy range. High cholesterol can be prevented and managed by making healthy choices. It can be done by taking the medicines as directed by the healthcare provider, making healthy lifestyle changes, talking with the healthcare team, and checking the cholesterol regularly. Thank you so much.